You're Barney Turner. You run a huge department at one of the most successful automobile companies in the world. You don't need to cower in fear because...
Noomi,
What?
stop talking.
Why? What's wrong?
I'm coming down.
Yay!
Let's see if this works.
Uniform recognized. Vincent Morris Healy. Good morning, Mr. Healy. One late misdemerit has been added to your company record.
Sebastian Cartwright?
We are all siblings in the realm of Rev. Please, call me Brother Cartwright.
I'm Sister Kovacs.
So I've heard. You must have really impressed Sister Mendoza to get clearance this quickly. I think I'll put you in charge of marketing, seeing as you're so persuasive.
Nice car.
Isn't it? It's the Rev Inc. Ficus. Powered entirely by renewable energy. It's powered entirely by water and carbon dioxide. Has Sister Willowsby shown you her perpetual motion petunia yet?
That's the plant that grows, drops a seed, then dies and grows again?
Precisely! Jean has taken that beautiful flower and crossed it with a mushroom bamboo hybrid to create a regenerating powerhouse for our ficus. All we needed to do was create a framework of gears around the plant, which the ever-growing plant can tighten, allowing us to create power.
So it's always creating energy.
Provided there's water and CO2, old Penderbrook is going to regret his betrayal soon enough.
How did Penderbrook betray you?
In every way possible. He denigrated my work. He destroyed my research. He even arranged for my abduction.
Are you sure about that? I've heard that Mr. Penderbrook is a very reasonable man.
Do you think I've spent the last 5 years living underground because I want to be?
5 years. I thought your abduction was more, recent than that. Like, last month?
Even I couldn't accomplish all this in a month.
Huh. Would you excuse me for a moment? Hey, Turn, are you there?
Copy that.
Remind me, when did Penderbrook say Sebastian was abducted?
Last month.
Well, I found Sebastian. He says Penderbrook's the reason he's stuck on this island and that he's been here for the past 5 years.
He probably can't think straight after being abducted. I pulled Sebastian's file before we took off. Nutjob's been cashing his checks up until the week he went missing.
So there's no way he's telling the truth?
Trust me, Penderbrook's the biggest skinflint I know. If Sebastian was 15 minutes late, he'd be off the payroll for good.
I better be extra careful around daylight savings time.
It's cute. You think you're gonna last that long?
If you get rid of me, who's gonna do your job for you?
Ha ha. You can gloat once you get Sebastian and Horace to the extraction point.
About that. Sebastian's not letting anyone leave until his work here is done. And that doesn't seem like it's gonna be anytime soon.
I've always found a little chaos is good for moving things forward. But I have the feeling you might already know that.
Ooh, chaos.
Sure do. Hey, how about you come down here? That could help things go faster.
I told you, That's not going to happen.
Sheesh. Just a suggestion.
Just hurry up so we can get out of here. Over.
What does the Rev in Rev Inc. stand for?
You're our marketing person. What do you think it stands for?
Revenge?
Ooh, I hadn't thought of that. You're not exactly wrong, but my intention was a little more artful. Rev stands for revenant, as in one who returns from the dead.
And that's you.
Oh, I hadn't even thought of that one. So many meanings. Maybe you are cut out for marketing after all.
What's behind that locked door?
Our computer database stores all the schematics for the ficus.
Can I see?
Of course not.
Do you mind if I drive this thing?
That's what it's built for.
So I can drive it.
It's a pair of fuel tanks. One of them is filled with carbon dioxide, the other is filled with water. Nice car. Looks like this is the place where Sebastian makes his announcements. No weeds allowed. I don't care for them either, but you don't see me making a sign about it. Wait a minute. Canary to chicken, do you read me?
I'm not going to answer you if you're going to call me that.
I think I found a way to delay the launch. Are there any weeds where you are?
There's a dandelion right beside me.
Perfect. Come on down.
I can't. It's, not safe.
It's perfectly safe. Now hurry up.
Oh no. Do you feel that? Oh my goodness. I think that was an earthquake. The old entrance just caved in. You're gonna have to find some way of doing this without me.
Stop faking, Turn.
Faking? Faking? How dare you? Need I remind you I'm your supervisor?
Then act like it. I'm trapped in here. If you leave, you'd be abandoning a fellow agent.
You're just an assistant. And right now you're bordering on insubordination.
So be it.
Excuse me?
You heard me? Look, we don't have any time to lose. The car's all ready to ship.
I told you the entrance is blocked. Why would I lie about this?
Because you're afraid.
Think what you want, but that car is on the verge of going public, and I need to find a way off this roof.
I thought you said you were at the entrance to the grate. You know, the one that just caved in.
Right. That was, a slip of the tongue.
Why are you lying to me, Turn?
I'm not lying to you. I'm simply making an executive decision about what you need to know and what you don't. I would never betray a partner.
Oh, now that you're abandoning me, you're willing to call me a partner?
Of course. And once we get back, I'll seriously consider your request for more field work. But you've got to let me leave for that to happen. What do you say, partner?
Cynthia, thank you for coming to me before speaking with the director. Your assumptions are correct. The mission I gave you wasn't official bureau business. It's actually personal. I've recently discovered I suffer from a medical condition that could threaten my career and livelihood should advance any further. I'll spare you the horrific details. Suffice to say that it's hereditary and until recently incurable. Nosmus Pharmaceuticals have developed a working cure called RX-8AID-1D, but I wasn't selected for their test group. By the time it gets released to the public, my fate will be sealed. I would love to break in myself, but there's a good chance they'll trace it back to me since I have already filed paperwork. I know this is a big favor to ask, but you're really the only person I can trust. Agent Intelligence Transcript, Cynthia Bellows. I told you it's none of your business. We know you're working with someone else, someone higher up had to feed you those security codes. Just give us the name and we'll be free to leave. Who are you stealing that crate for? Myself. It's pretty obvious that isn't the case, and give us his name. How do you know it's a he? Do you even know what RX-8A1D is? An experimental medication which some people desperately need. That's one way to look at it. What's so funny? You really have no idea what you're risking your life for, do you? Here, read this. Not exactly what you thought, is it, huh? He said it would save his life, but his whole future depended on it. I can't believe he... Who's he, Cynthia? Give us a name. Turner. Barney Turner. Okay, so RX-8A1D. So that'd be B, C, D.
Well, that depends. Are you going to treat me like your last partner?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Her name was Cynthia. She got caught stealing medication for a condition you told her you had.
Who told you that?
A good agent doesn't reveal her sources.
Exactly. No matter what the circumstances are, you don't rat out a fellow agent. But she did.
So is that why you can't come down here? Trust?
You went to Le Carré. What's the first thing they teach you? If you can't trust your partner, then you shouldn't be in the field.
And you shouldn't be in the field if your partner can't trust you.
Exactly.
So, which one of those are you? The person who can't trust or the person who can't be trusted?
Now that's just offensive.
And that's not an answer.
What are you saying exactly?
I'm saying you hung her out to dry. You guilted her into helping you, and now you're holding a grudge because you got caught.
Fine. It wasn't fair to put her in that position. But why did she have to bring me down with her? I could have helped. Tried to smooth things over from the inside. Now we're both stuck in the private sector. I'm guessing you found out about this from Horace? I'll take that silence as a yes.
What happened once they found out?
They discharged me. Dishonorably. I had a few friends at the Bureau lie for me so Penderbrook would make me head of outside intelligence. I tried to make amends with Cynthia. Even offered her a job, but she wanted nothing to do with me. Can't say I blame her. I wanted to make sure I wouldn't put another agent in that kind of situation. That's why I moved everyone to phones. Everything was fine for the first couple of months. But then Horace started blackmailing me to stay in the field. You're the only person who knows this besides him, and I hope we can keep it that way.
We can, as long as you come down here and finish this mission.
You realize that's not too far off from what Horace is doing, don't you?
I'm here to do a job, and right now, you're standing in the way of that.
Fair enough, but what happened with Cynthia isn't the reason I can't go down there. There's still the issue of my medical condition. Cynthia was caught before she could get the cure. The project was shut down shortly after that.
Whatever it is, you seem pretty healthy.
That's only because I do a good job of hiding it.
What is it?
That's something I'd rather keep to myself, and coming down there would just bring it all out into the open. I realize this is going to hurt the mission, but I hope you can understand. I'll hurry back as fast as I can.
Wait, I think I already know. You're suffering from,
Androgenetic alopecia.
androgenetic alopecia. more commonly known as male pattern baldness.
What? How dare you? In case you haven't realized, I have a full head of hair. A thick, perfectly maintained, lustrous head of hair.
Which will come flying right off the minute you use that zip line. I'm right, aren't I?
You know how long it takes to have another one of these made? 3 weeks. That's 3 weeks I'd have to call in sick to work. Penderbrook would have a fit.
You don't need to call in sick. Being bald is not that big a deal.
Not that big of a deal. This whole industry is based on perceptions. To convince a mark, you need to project an image of confidence. That's kind of hard to do when you're reflecting light.
You've been letting Horace walk all over you for years now. Once you start being honest, you'll take away all his power.
I guess you're right.
Of course I'm right. You're Barney Turner. You run a huge department at one of the most successful automobile companies in the world. You don't need to cower in fear because...
Numi,
What?
stop talking.
Why? What's wrong?
I'm coming down.
Yay!
You got this, Turn. You've got this.
Turn, do you copy?
Loud and clear. How'd it go?
No change at all. Guess it'll take more than just a few minutes for the weeds to work their way into the system. See if there's anything up there we can use to speed up the process.
Will do. Over.
What do you think you're doing?
We need a fresh tank of plant steroids downstairs to test out on the ficus.
I'm assuming Brother Cartwright approved this?
Feel free to ask him yourself.
No need to. If Brother Cartwright wants products sent to the testing facility, he'll have to make an official request over the PA system, as he's always done.
She's not gonna give up those plant steroids without a fight. See if there's something you can do on your end to make her cooperate.
Hi, Jean. This is Numi. Sebastian wants you to send a bottle of plant steroids down here ASAP.
How'd that go?
All she did was laugh.
Okay, so I need to somehow convince him.
It's an audio journal with today's date written on it.
Okay, but they should still be able to use the recording device on that.
Time to put my skill for mimicry to work. Ahem.
Bliss and blessings unto you and yours. This is your leader, Brother Cartwright. Jean, please be a dear and send some plant steroids down both days. Babooye to all of us.
Well,
She thinks you're desperate. And pathetic.
well, I thought it was convincing.
Everything on track. Plant gene manipulation a success. New girl arrived today. She seems okay. Part of me wants to give her a chance. Gene, give new me everything she wants.
There we go.
Here we go.
Gene, give new me everything she wants.
And by that he means a big tub of plant steroids right away.
Give me those plant steroids. So if I use the plant steroids in the car?
My creation! How did you? Dandelions! How on earth did Mother Nature's dandruff make its way through my quarantine? This was your doing, wasn't it? I knew we should have vetted you more carefully. Brothers and sisters of Red, there's been a massive breach of security. Round up any suspicious persons on the compound and gather them in the test facility immediately.
Why did you fill the engine with plants?
The plants are the engine. They run through the gears, growing quickly and dissolving moments later. The whole thing runs on air and water.
Good gravy, this baby's gonna change the world. Or at least it would have until you destroyed it.
You told me to do whatever it takes to get Sebastian to come with us.
So what are you chatting with me for? Go in there and get him.
Excuse me. I think someone's trying to get in upstairs.
You and your friend have done enough damage here today. I'm not listening to another word.
All right. How about some sign language instead?
Oh, I'm gonna punch him! Okay, I guess we're doing this until I manage it. Right in the mouth!
Please don't put me back in that place. I can't do it. I promise I'll never innovate again.
What place?
That horrid zoo where you tried to crush my spirit.
What are you talking about?
You're with Penderbrook. aren't you?
Yes, he asked us to save you.
Save me? From what?
Whoever kidnapped you.
Penderbrook's the one responsible for handing me over to those monsters.
What monsters?
The ones you work for. 5 years ago, I tendered my resignation to Penderbrook after he refused to let me continue my work on the Ficus. On my way home, I was forced off the road and abducted by 2 men wearing masks, working for Penderbrook, no doubt.
Ah, that's nonsense. Penderbrook is the one who sent us to find you.
Now, why not 5 years ago when I actually went missing?
Well, he's a very busy man.
My innovations single-handedly turned that company around. If he wasn't the one to send me to that zoo, he would have done everything to find me.
What zoo?
In the woods, where they meet.
Well, well, well. Finally got this dog. Guess your new girl's good for something after all. Now to just put this thingamajig where it belongs.
What's that?
It's a thingamajig. Penderbrook's been making me install these in all sorts of places. Lets you control things from far away. Real thing of beauty, these thingamajigs.
Connecting to Docilio server.
Wait! What's it doing?
Database erased. Self-destruct system implemented. Complete facility implosion in 2 minutes.
My research! Years of work destroyed!
I had no idea he was going to do that.
Why would you install a self-destruct mechanism?
I didn't!
You've been out of the field way too long, Turn. Self-destruct is the thingamajig's best feature.
We better get out of here before this place caves in.
It's all gone! It's all...
Okay.
Dumb things on street. So many dumb things on street. Dumb things on street.